Hi there.
We are good. Okay.
Hi.
Hello. Talking SWBZ is now live. I'm gonna go press the magic button. Magic button.
Magic button!
Yay.
That's so cool.
So we didn't stream last week
Nope.
or record
Nope.
Uh-uh.
Or post.
or post
Why didn't we do that?
or edit
I feel some blame.
because me and Alex got married,
It was gorgeous.
Duh.
It was a beautiful wedding.
but then we already got divorced. So, no, actually, Ben and Bailey, after 15,000 long years.
9. It's been 9 years.
9. That's me saying no. Have finally gotten married.
Yeah, we did.
And that was Saturday,
Uh-huh.
October 19th, 2019. Oh, no, 2109.
Please don't steal my identity.
So, alright, what was your overall impression of the wedding?
Loved it. I had a great time. Cried a bunch. Got to see almost everybody that I like the most.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great. I had a fun. It was perfect.
Perfect.
I agree. I loved it.
I think Clary should have been there.
That's what I'm saying. Almost everybody I love
Yes.
the most.
There is our cat.
What is your overall impression, sir?
I loved it. I think it was a great time. It was a fun party.
Did you shed tears?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I know that I came close a lot, but I think I did actually.
The watering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did actually cry
Little fluster.
during the ceremony because
Mhm.
Bailey was getting super choked up. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was cute, Bailey. I don't use that word a lot because that digs at me. But yes, it was cute. Alex, what was your overall impressions over it, by the way?
I thought it went great. Everything ran really smoothly. Everyone was having a great time. I was having a great time, even though I didn't look it. Apparently, somebody told me that, I thought I was, standing up there, while the whole ceremony was going on. I was, real happy and smiling. People told me I looked terrified. I looked, scared or nervous the whole time I was standing up there. And I was like, what? I thought I was happy. I was happy, but I didn't show it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Who told you that?
Mr. and Mrs. Robinson.
So basically, mom and dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second mom and dad.
Second
Mom and dad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Really.
That's actually really awesome. I think that's amazing. I was sitting there there's a couple of times I was sitting there and then I realized that you guys were playing October, and I was like, wait, I hate this song because I have to play timpani every time. So I'm just sitting there ugh. Yeah. But I was like, it's a nice
Hey, Jacob.
Hey.
Oh, hi there.
Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
What's up, dude?
The person who just tuned in officiated our wedding.
Yes.
He married us.
That was a thing. Smooch.
Yes.
That was
Smooch,
awesome.
Loved it.
It was y'all smooch was
Yeah.
the
Oh,
correct
yes.
quotation.
I love that.
Y'all smooch.
That's
I was
perfect.
like, oh, great, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I was a groomsman. Alex was a groomsman.
Hey.
Will, who's not here,
Who
was
you normally see, though.
the
Best
best man. It's hard for me to understand that because he's not best at anything.
Oh my god.
No,
Everybody
y'all.
loves to be mean to Will.
yes, it's like a thing. I mean, we do it in games of Mafia and everything like that. Anyway,
I know
Right.
it's true.
And a lot of the other people you see here sometimes were in it as well. Timmy was a groomsman. Ian, who's been here once, I think,
Yes.
was a groomsman.
And then
Sam-
All our best friends.
Zach.
Zach was
who you've seen online.
who is a dedicated swimmer, is just not here.
In Valdosta. A nice 4-hour car ride away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sawyer was, who you guys have not seen, was also a groomsman.
Sam was a bridesmaid.
Bridesmaid.
Sam was a bridesmaid. Olivia was the maid of honor.
Bailey's
My
sister.
Olivia's sister, me.
Bailey's sister Olivia was the maid of honor. I'm tired. And then you had your two cousins, which was Emily and
Anna.
Mm-hmm.
I always have problems with Anna because I can't tell if it's Anna or Anna.
It's Anna.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a different
Involved.
spelling?
I think Anna might be spelled A-N-A, which actually was supposed to be Anna's name, but her middle name is Lorraine, and so her, like, if she was to sign her name, it would be A-N-A-L Jordan. And my grandpa was like, that looks like anal.
Good job, Grandpa.
My grandpa, Michael Jordan.
That's actually awesome.
So Anna has 2 N's in her
Good
name
save.
for grandpa.
Good catch,
Thanks,
yes.
Grandpa.
Okay, and then you also had Ortega, who is Jacob's girlfriend, and you had
Love her.
Allison Majors,
Yes.
and you had who else?
Sarah Kate.
Sarah Kate, who is
Thanks,
Sawyer's
Sawyer's wife.
with. Yes, you are now part of the married club of our group of friends.
Yeah, it's very exclusive.
These.
4 members only.
No more, no less.
That's right.
Maybe some other people might,
I
pop
want
the
everyone
question.
to get. Oh my god, I'm so excited to not be the one getting married
Yeah,
anymore.
Really?
I was thinking to myself.
I'll tell you what.
I was thinking to myself, like, God, I can't wait to be a groomsman. Like,
Yes, I
Really?
cannot wait
Yeah.
to be. Yes, I hope I'm a bridesmaid, but
Yeah, I should say, I should preface that and say, I hope that I'm a groomsman at some point. But like,
I can't wait.
I can't wait for that.
Have you guys ever been part of the wedding party for someone else?
No,
No.
what? I've been a flower girl.
Yeah, she's
But-
a little girl.
You never been like a
No,
bridesmaid or
never
anything
been
like
a
that?
bride. Well, none of my friends are married, Nick. Except sorry, sir.
I didn't know for any family or anything like that.
Oh yeah, no, nobody in my.
Because I was
family's
best man
married
for
either.
my brothers.
I'm one of the older. I'm the second eldest of all my grandparents' grandkids, so nobody else has even.
So now this is gonna like start a wave of you possibly being a bunch of bridesmaids as they get older.
I would love it. I would love to be Katherine Heigl in 27 Dresses.
Alex, have you ever been like a groomsman or anything like that?
No, first time. I've only been to a wedding before
Stop
this like
giving
twice.
ideas.
Let
Oh,
alone
really?
be a groomsman for something.
I've been to quite a few
Ideas.
weddings. Stop giving ideas, yes.
I don't understand.
No one.
Oh.
Yes.
Like, no pressure for anybody to get married or anything. Anyway, I want everybody else to get married.
Technically, you got married, like, I don't know, another time because you married them, right? That counts.
He
So-
married us.
That
Me,
counts.
Bailey, and
So.
Jacob.
Yes, so, let's see. What was it? Friday, we did the wedding rehearsal.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And
That's
then
fun.
we all went to... Well, the wedding
Actually-
rehearsal was...
I was really grumpy during the whole rehearsal.
Were you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Jackie, the one
I can't
who
tell the
was-
difference. I'm
It's
joking.
how she always is with you, so.
Yes. It's like, Nick, you silly little bitch. And I was like,
I don't say stuff like that.
And this is what it comes out as. You're fine.
But yeah, Jackie was just all over Bailey, asking her questions, how she wanted things done.
That's
and
the wedding coordinator?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And so the thing is that this was my fairy princess wedding. Like, it was not Bailey's.
Really?
Yeah,
I
Bailey.
wanted to elope.
So like, Jackie should have been coming up to me asking me how I wanted things done, but she was just all over it.
I wish you got sassy with it and be like, listen, bitch. Okay.
The problem is that I didn't know that she was asking her all these questions because she
Right.
didn't even bother talking to me.
Right.
Because the stereotype is that it's
You're right.
the
That's
bride.
kind
Sexist
of that's
world
the
out
norm
there.
that the bride
Yeah.
runs the show.
Exactly. So
Plus, like, you're with the boys, so we're going to be screwing around and just...
yeah, I'm just standing over there bullshitting with you guys. Like,
Yeah.
but like,
And I'm over there grumpy like, I want to have fun with my friends. I don't even care about these stupid questions. So yeah, I was all grumpy. Everybody's like, are you having fun?
You guys can still hear us. We're having camera difficulties. Should we just swap to the other camera?
Enjoy our
Yeah,
fabulous
we
freeze
should.
frame
Just
for a
take
moment.
Well, you're gonna have to move it.
Yes.
going to.
We're going to move it.
Sorry.
We're
doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Stand by.
Standard. Swapping that over, and then...
Hey.
Skirt.
Oh, bye. Hi.
Hello. Sorry about that.
Alex is like, but what about me?
We're pale. Oh, yeah, I need
Cut
to
me
angle that
off.
down.
Anyway,
Hey, there we go.
in hindsight, I feel like I'm only remembering the good parts about the rehearsal, and it was fun. Everybody sang the Game of Thrones theme as I walked down the aisle
We'll be okay.
for practice,
For practicing, not for the real thing.
not for the real thing.
Yes.
Although that would have been special too.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wanted to do that like live. Just be all like, Wow, that feels super bright now.
Oh,
Alex, can you get in that drawer?
in this
Yes,
drawer?
in that drawer. Can you open it?
No, the table's there.
We're doing it live.
Okay,
Wait, there we go.
I had a jostle.
What's up?
All right, there
Remote.
should be
Ooh,
the
nice.
little white remotes.
With a lot of buttons or
Yes,
a few
that's all.
buttons?
Alright, and then I just do this and that. That looks better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Doing it live. All right. So, wedding stuff. Oh yeah, rehearsal. So yeah, through the practice part, we were all singing the Game of Thrones thing. That was really nice. It was funny too because I was thinking and I was like, "What would be a really good song?" And I was like, "Game of Thrones song." I was like, "How does that go?" And as I was like trying to figure it out, I'm like, "Oh, I'm hearing it," and then everyone else was singing it, and I was like, "Oh, this is not inside my head." So yeah, we're all singing that. And what else? I don't know. The rehearsal was kind of just.
It was whatever.
It
I
was
mean, we
fine.
all dressed
It was-
up.
yeah.
Well, the guys dressed up. We Disney bounded.
Yeah.
Which if you haven't heard of Disney bounding, it's where you use casual clothes to subtly dress as Disney characters. I feel like is the best way to describe it.
Yes.
The girls wore all black
Yes.
as if they were going to a funeral, and it was hilarious.
I liked it.
Looking a little sassy.
Honestly, some of my favorite pictures are like, unfortunately, my cousins and my sister were not there at the time, but some of my favorite pictures are with the Vinings girls.
The girls.
Yeah, when we're all in black. I love them actually. I love those pictures that we did. So
Awesome.
yeah.
I dressed as Goofy.
Yes.
Nick was Jack Skellington.
Jack Skellington. Jacques.
Alex was drowning Eric.
So-
Bad choice of words, but yes.
I was about to say
Eric from Little Mermaid.
yes, but he didn't have the blue sash.
The
Which-
red sash.
Oh, red.
Yeah,
you're
Ben.
right.
The red
you're right.
sash.
Get it?
Sorry.
Which the only
together.
part in the movie that he doesn't have the red sash is when he's drowning.
So
And
he was.
so rescued Eric. That's what you should
That-
say.
I should've-
Oh, damn. We just called him
You're
drowning
about a week
Eric.
too late.
Mouth to mouth Eric. CPR Eric.
Called him drowning Eric all weekend.
It's not Sandlot. This is Little
It's Halloween.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Actually, I haven't seen Little Mermaid in so long. I think I only seen it as a kid. I don't think I've seen it like.
I watched it in high
Same.
school a few
Post-kidhood.
times for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched a
Anyways.
lot when I was a kid too.
So I had the Jack Skellington. He had the drowning Eric.
Eric.
Who else? What did Sawyer have?
Will was Hercules.
Zach
Will
was
was
Winnie
Hercules.
the Pooh.
What? Zach was Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Right?
Sawyer, yes.
Red sweater.
Sawyer was
Stitch.
Stitch.
Yes.
And Ian was the kid from Up. Russell.
Yes.
Was he?
Is that his
Yeah.
name? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was Russell.
I when I got there, I was just like, okay, everyone else is dressed up. I think I'm pretty sure. And I was like, okay, we're good. We're good. I was like, I'm not huge on Disney, but I think we're all
It
good
looks good enough.
because they don't wear this stuff normally,
Right.
so we're okay. I didn't understand Will's.
It took me a long time to understand Will's, but I got it eventually.
Doesn't he have like
Oh, because it's a red cape, right?
Blue
It's a
Blue.
blue cape. No.
Yes.
And he was wearing a blue hoodie?
sweatshirt.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for some reason I thought he was wearing a red one like he normally does.
No, the problem was he was wearing it as a sweatshirt and he needed
Instead
to tie
of-
it. And he did tie it for a little while, but then I
What?
think that got uncomfortable.
What did he dress up as?
Hercules.
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 So he needed to like tie his sleeves around his
Oh.
neck like a cape and just like wear it off the back.
I wear a lot of orange.
We're brown.
Yeah.
She just leathered up
Yeah, he sort of just wore, he just
Yeah.
sort of wore around.
and wore a skirt.
Well, and isn't that the whole point though, to like not like wear
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
specifically?
He didn't
like
even
they
wear
it?
sandals.
That, exactly. You know,
Sandals would've-
Alex is right. It's so you're not wearing like leather.
Still should have wore sandals.
Standing in the corner wearing my leather.
Piece of shoes.
And I'm like, yeah, what up?
And then, so after the rehearsal, because I don't think anything else noteworthy happened at the rehearsal, we went to,
The guys went back.
no,
To, or,
we went to dinner.
oh yes,
Yes, we
correct.
went to dinner.
I'm skipping a step.
You're skipping things.
Went to a
It was
place that,
fancy.
that Bailey and I went to a lot when we were.
When our parents still paid
I guess
for
you can
dates.
say that's our hometown.
Yeah, that's why I'm not specifically saying what the restaurant is because I
Yes.
don't think it's a chain.
Right.
So
Oh yes.
I don't want people to come steal our identities.
Yes.
All three people that are.
So we went to a place in our hometown. Yes.
But it's really nice. It's like built. The restaurant is built from an old house in the downtown area.
The downtown hometown.
Yeah, downtown hometown, and it was really nice. We had a little bit of a debacle because they only wanted to seat 25 people in there, but we had 27 people.
Oh my god.
And so we were like, can we just make this table that's an accent table in the corner?
And then you're also like, look at him, pointing to me. He's like half a person, if that. No. Yeah.
But we ended up making it work, and it was nice. I got to sit next to my brother the whole time, and
That was nice.
I barely talk to my brother because he lives out in California. So it was really nice to just sit there and get to talk to him and his fiance.
Catch up.
Yeah.
Did it feel different from like your previous, I guess, discussions?
Yeah, my brother and I, like, growing up, we were like,
They're 5 years apart.
we're 5 years apart. We should preface this with that. So like, I was always the annoying little brother. It was never like we had like a great.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. And then he went to college in so many different places and moved out to California, and so we just don't really talk very much.
Right.
Got very distant, but now we're starting to get closer, and it's really being nice.
I made a realization just now.
What's that?
What?
I never actually introduced everyone. We just started talking, and I was
Oh,
just like, we're all
right.
here.
That thing we normally do.
Yeah. So, anyways, joined by Alex,
Yo, Bird of Hermes here.
Bay,
Bailey.
Ben,
Benjamin 19.
Nick, also known as Spuzz. Anyways.
So we had the dinner, and that was really nice, and then we separated guys and girls like a middle school dance, and
It was fun.
the guys went
After
back
rehearsal?
after,
after
The
the
part I
rehearsal.
was trying to skip to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come
So
on,
the
Nick.
guys went to my mom's house,
Mhm.
and we spent the night like in the basement, just chilling out, talking. It was really great.
Yes. Well, the basement is like the normal hangout spot for his old place.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's been flooded and redone so many times.
Yes.
It's just
those were special moments of just drinking and just talking,
And
like super
bullshitting.
deep and bullshitting and
Yeah.
blah 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 blah,
Yep.
and getting dirty and frisky and stuff that we won't say to Bailey, because what happens in the basement stays in the basement.
but it was a good time. I had a really good time with you guys that night.
Yeah, I had a really good time too.
Indeed.
Alex, do you remember anything out of that?
You act like I got like super turned.
No, you really didn't. I don't think anybody really
No, I think
did.
we were all pretty calm. Like,
Okay, I will say that one of my favorite things about that night, which it's okay for us to talk about, is that someone had gotten up to go to the bathroom outside, and
Ben told me about
Well, okay, it started because Zach went upstairs to go pee.
right,
Because there's not a bathroom in the basement.
right.
So, Zach went upstairs, and then my mom's boyfriend, Keith, came downstairs and was like, y'all can just open the back door and pee outside.
Yeah,
Because we're all just a bunch of guys.
yeah,
Like,
and it was
Guys being
like,
dudes.
okay.
and, like, behind my house is just woods. Or my
Right.
mom's house is just woods. There's nothing else there. It's not like...
And who was the first one?
It's probably Sawyer.
Yeah, I think it was Sawyer. And Sawyer went out there and he did his business, and he came back in and was like, "You had a good time?" I was like, "Yeah, I spelled my name and everything." And we're all like, "Oh." And then the next person was Ben.
Yeah, I think it was me. Yeah.
And then Ben spelled his name in P. And then the next person, I think, was Ian. No, Alex?
It was
me.
It was Alex.
And then he comes back in, he's like, "Yep, I spelled
No,
Ben." Oh,
no. Well, the whole thing was that when Sawyer came back in, someone joked that he was supposed to spell Ben's name.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I did it.
Yeah, Alex came in and was like, "Did you get through your name?" And it was like, "Yeah, Ben's whole name." We all just busted out laughing. It was so funny.
So then everyone was taking turns going to the bathroom, spelling out Ben's name in his yard in P.
It was fantastic.
That's awesome.
So,
Small highlights. Boy things.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely boy things for sure.
You wouldn't understand because
I
you don't have a
don't.
thingy.
But I gave them their groomsmen gifts that night, which were individualized socks and sunglasses that had
Yes.
their names.
They were cool.
Both
Super dope.
are in my car because I use those. Yes. So yeah, they say like for mine it says Nick on one side of the glasses, and on the other side it says groomsman. And they're pretty cool. They fit nice and snug for my head, and I was like, yes, these are perfect.
That's good. I'm low key. It was a great idea. I was like, I should have done the same thing for the girls.
Now
Actually, I don't know what you got for the girls.
So, for the girls, I got them a blanket scarf like what I'm wearing right now, with their monogram on it. Basic Southern gift right there. And I got them makeup brushes. Only a little bit though, because those things are expensive. And then I got them makeup bags.
I don't like you that much.
And I got fake eyelashes for everybody. And I think that's it. But I wish that I had been.
Nice.
The makeup bags like said bridesmaid on the side, right?
And they're like pretty big too. Like I was like, oh, I want one because they're big.
Are they like made out of like a special kind of leather?
No.
Leather.
No,
plastic?
marble. They just say bridesmaid.
Bridesmaid. It's like a brat's bag.
But yeah, no, I really liked Ben's idea for the guys. Sunglasses and
he did a good
socks.
job. Sounds like you did a good job too.
I think Ben did a great job. I love the scarves. They're super cool.
I've already seen them wearing them, so there's that. But
yeah,
I was like, dang, those sunglasses.
The best kind of gifts are the ones that people use.
Yeah.
Like fridges.
Exactly.
Like fridges. Indeed.
Yes. So I guess comes wedding day.
Well, what about the girls' night?
Oh yeah, what happened at the girls' night?
Oh, we sat around
and gossip.
Talking. We watched some like typical chick flick movies, which is great because it's my favorite kind of movie.
Such as?
We watched 27 Dresses. I don't know that we finished it. Honestly, wasn't paying too much attention because we were talking a lot.
It was just more like something in the background.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Notebook? 50 Shades of Grey?
No.
A classic.
That's what we were watching 50 Shades of Grey while we were down there. I've never seen that movie.
I have with Ben and Zach and Sam. And I think Will was there too.
Yeah.
We were doing an interesting game. We're not going to explain our answers or questions, but... So, alright, we had like a running thing going on, and that is whenever like we drink, we usually do like a game of Never Have I Ever. Or it usually gets incorporated into another game type thing.
Yeah, we were playing Ring of Fire.
Yes.
If you ever heard of that drinking game.
And the thing is that like over time we've gotten to know each other so much, and that the normal Never Have I Ever was kind of getting lame.
Yeah, it's like, well, since we know each other so well, it's like Never Have I Ever turns into specific targeting.
Right.
It's like boring at that point. It's like I don't know what to say.
So then we changed it to like I definitely have, and it was a game changer, and I think that was a lot of fun.
It was.
Yes.
I definitely recommend playing that with your friends.
Yes. But I digress. No more questions or answers from that.
Yeah, we didn't do something like that. We just sat around.
Yes.
Talking. And then the next morning, Sam's mom actually made us like a whole breakfast spread. Like she baked muffins. Sarah Kate brought monkey bread, which was of course she did because Sarah Kate, she's amazing.
Yeah.
And her mom even had like a bowl of ice that she put yogurts in. It was like hotel. Like we were treated. She like cooked these like egg cup things that had like vegetables all up in there and bacon, and it was so nice. I was like, oh my god.
So there's that, and then what my mom did. But like, I love what my mom did.
Before we even got to them, we had to sleep, right?
Oh god, yeah. So my mom had
there was
4 air mattresses.
There was 7 of us or 6 of us there?
7.
Okay. No, Timmy. 6.
No, it's 7 because I'm included in that.
Oh yeah, you're right. 7.
So
I was like, ha! Damn it.
Because there's 8 of us total if you count me. So minus 1, 7, and Jacob wasn't there either. So,
but Jacob would make it 9.
Exactly.
Yes.
So my mom has 4 air mattresses, 2 of which we couldn't find the pump for.
Yes.
Just straight up, we couldn't find them. No, she had 5 air mattresses. 2 of them we couldn't find the pump for. 2 of them, well, okay, one of them blew up.
Oh my god.
Perfectly fine. Sorry.
Yes.
One of them blew up perfectly fine.
Success.
And that was great. It was big enough for 2 people, and I think Sawyer and Ian ended up sleeping on that one.
Yes.
Then,
Yay. We blew up the other one.
The other one, and it just like did not stay inflated at
we
all.
we could hear it.
Just it was bad. So
But
like,
it was like a really, really thick one.
Yeah.
Right. So Zach decided to sleep on that, but we'll get to his ending later.
yeah. So we then upstairs. There's 2 bedrooms that both have, I think they're full size beds in them.
Yes.
And Nick brought his cot.
Right.
So Nick put his cot up in my old bedroom.
Right.
And excuse me, he slept on that. I slept in my bed. No one wanted to sleep with me that night. They're like, "Sure,
Get your sleep,
wedding."
yeah.
I inadvertently spent the last night with Ben.
Yes.
Claim to
and
fame.
then, from what I understand,
Will
Will
and
and
Alex.
Alex shared the other bed.
Yes.
In the other
And
room.
Will was saying that you're a great cuddler.
But I kept trying to go like to the middle of the bed supposedly, without like. But I think the problem was that I normally sleep on my own bed on
Right.
the side that he was sleeping on. So I was trying to get like back to that side, like
Yeah,
inadvertently.
subconsciously.
Yeah, subconsciously.
Y'all should have just switched
I
sides.
know. I didn't think of that though.
Until you were later, like, why was I just?
Will doesn't normally sleep on like a queen size or anything like that. So like he's normally sitting or sleeping in the middle. So it would make sense for him to be okay with either side. Yeah. But anyways, I didn't know about that. That's awesome to me. I got more ammo.
Yeah. More you know.
So then, me and Ben are going to sleep. So there's a problem with me. My problem is that my sleep schedule's on a completely different element than everyone else's.
Yeah, I don't even understand Nick's sleeping schedule.
It's non-existent. Anyways,
He just sleeps when he can.
if that. So I already mentioned this story last time when we did the party for you guys, and I slept. I didn't sleep,
No.
and I went mad the next day.
Yeah.
So that day I was like, okay. I as soon as I closed that door and we were both in our PJs, I was like, all right, serious business. We're going to bed.
Well, also, you mentioned to my mom offhandedly, you were like, I kind of wish I had some melatonin so I could sleep tonight.
Oh yeah, and then she had put the melatonin on the cot when I
Right.
got up there, and I was like, holy shit,
Aw.
she's awesome. I was like, heck yeah.
We love a considerate mother-in-law.
So I pop a melatonin.
Yeah.
And Nick pops
Two.
2.
Because I was like, yeah, it's fine. So and they're like the fairly bigger ones, I think. Anyways, so I popped 2. I'm like, all right, cool. We chat for a little bit, get ready, go to bed, figure out the fancy lamp
Yeah, it's a touch lamp.
and the exotic artwork, which we're not going to talk about.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's like a fancy touch lamp, and I was like, where it? Because we're all right. I was like, you ready? He's like, yeah. And I was reaching for it. And I was like, where's the fucking thing? And then I happened to touch it, and I was like, oh.
Just
I did it.
I meant to do that. And I was like, all right, nap time. And
so
then,
I'm super self-conscious because the bed is like got a plastic cover on it, so it's like really loud.
and like for me, my thing is that, well, one, me and Ben got like crazy synergy, and we could, if we wanted to, we could probably talk the whole night.
Yep.
And I was just like, I'm not saying a damn thing.
We're both sitting there just like,
No.
If you say one word, it's over.
And then I'm like, okay, he's gonna go to sleep first. I'm gonna be solid, and then I'm gonna go to sleep later. I got the melatonin in me. We're good. Anyways, I think he started snoring, and I was like,
yeah,
oh.
I'm laying on my back and I tend to like breathe heavier on my
And I'm
back.
like, okay,
And you
he's
tend to
asleep.
snore on your
He-
back.
I'm like, he's asleep.
know.
I am good. I am like, we're in the home stretch. Yeah, he's snoring. It's a little rough, but it's fine. And then like he kind of got a little quiet there for a second. I was like, it's fine. He's probably still asleep. He probably just rolled over onto his side or whatever. And then I was like, I sneezed. Like, aren't you? I'm like, it's quiet. I'm like, okay. He didn't wake up. And then suddenly,
Bassium.
and I think to myself, like, son of a bitch. And I was in the middle of the night. I was like, damn it, Ben, go to bed. Go to sleep.
Ben does like a weird fake out a lot of times when he's going to bed.
That was
Like
a
you think
serious
he's
fake out.
asleep, he'll straight up be snoring, and I'm like, I'll be doing something else, and then he'll just roll over and start talking to me, and I'm like, you were just asleep. And he was like, no, I wasn't. I was like, you were snoring. You were. And he was like, no, I wasn't.
I fade in and out. Like, and sometimes I'll just straight up talk in my sleep.
Yeah, that happens too. Not as often though.
Yeah. I think I might have heard just a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Maybe like a 1 or 2 words, and I was like, what is
It's me. It's me responding to people in my dreams.
That's what it sounds like.
But, like,
I couldn't tell if it was just like, it's like, do you now accept or accept Bailey as your wife? No! But yeah, like, it heard very, very, like, small hints of words. And like, what does he say? I'm interested. I'll go back to sleep. So-called sleep. Anyways, so eventually both fell asleep. Me less than you, just because that's how I am. Oh no! Middle of the night, I had to pop more melatonin because I wasn't getting any sleep.
Yeah, he popped 2 more melatonin. This
Yes.
man had 4 melatonin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think I only slept like 2 or 3 hours, so I was V-tired.
Oh no.
Be tired.
Mm-hmm.
VV.
Was it the nervous jitters or?
I think I was just too excited and then nervous, and then I was like, hurry up and go to sleep. You know, when you're like trying really hard to go to sleep,
Right.
It's
and so you
Christmas Eve.
can't.
That is my thing. I'm like, I need to go to sleep.
I know,
Not
I'm
happening.
so bad about that.
I get that when I need to wake up for like I know I have like a long day ahead of me, whether it be like a road trip or like some big event like I don't know, random like band competition or something. I think that's when I had it most in high school. It's like I need to get rested right now, so I have enough energy for the rest of the day,
Yeah.
and then I can't fall asleep. It's like dang it.
I never cared about band that much. I was just like, I'm gonna stay up, play video games. Who practices? Not me.
I mean, I just didn't want to. It was more of me not wanting to fall asleep during the event itself.
Right.
I get it. And it is a long day, so you're like, I really want to sleep really well because I know I'm going to be very tired. And regardless of how well I sleep tonight, I will be tired tomorrow.
Right. And then, okay, so it was our morning. Because I don't think anything else noteworthy
Donuts.
happened in the bedroom
Yeah, so
that
my
we
mom-
should talk about.
So my mom got Krispy Kreme donuts,
Hey.
which are my favorite, and she also got my favorite.
I
kind
was
of
betrayed in the morning.
What do you mean?
Everyone got up and went downstairs.
And they left you sleeping?
donut. I didn't realize everyone was awake.
And no one returned to tell me that there was food. So I just like sat
Well,
there.
it just kind of happened that everyone happened to meander downstairs. Nobody like got anybody. It's just
I know.
the sequence of events that
I
happened.
think
So-
Sawyer got up first,
Of course.
and then
Ian
I think
probably
after that they were sleeping together. So, and then the I like woke up and took a shower like immediately, and then I went downstairs. Right?
Right. I think
Yes.
so. I think
don't
was
know,
the-
Ben.
I
I
think
was the
I
first-
woke up to take a shower and someone was already showering, so I went downstairs and it was probably you.
I know you were the first one to shower, but
Yeah. So then we're like eating breakfast. My mom has fruit and bagels,
Bagels.
and sweet bagels, also known as donuts,
Yes.
and coffee, just tons of coffee.
Yes. I eventually make my way down, so I'm the last one down. And I'm like, there's food. And then I just scour everyone, just like, you didn't say anything.
How
So,
dare you?
so Nick is just making tons of bagels.
I had 2 whole bagels and a lot of butter on them.
So everyone's periodically taking showers and getting ready, and
Oh, yeah.
so Ian takes his shower, and then
Goes out.
he like runs downstairs just in a towel, and
And then a little bit later, like he's getting changed and stuff like that. And then I'm being me,
like, well, Sawyer goes downstairs and makes a comment about him getting dressed.
right? And then and then so because like the way the basement staircase lines up, it ends up in the kitchen, and I'm just being me. So then I I yell downstairs and I'm like, Ian, are you naked? He's like, can I come down? And then I wait a second and I'm like, I don't care what your answer is. And I start running down.
Yeah, everyone in the kitchen busts out laughing.
That was so funny.
I think you even had my brother and Sarah laughing.
Yeah.
Jean laughing.
That was awesome. And then Ian came up and we tried to explain it. And it just wasn't as fun.
just
It was one of those in the
wasn't
moment.
the same.
Yes.
It was something that we'll probably talk about forever, but will never be as funny as when it was.
Oh yes. I don't care what your answer is. But yeah, we ate. We got changed.
Rolled out.
Went to Zaxby's.
Yes.
You went to Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Yeah. Traitor.
Well,
it's Lord's chicken.
the
Y'all
way-
sinners.
the way these guys rolled in.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Well,
so-
first of all, the reason why they went to Chick-fil-A to begin with was because Ian was depraved from Chick-fil-A since he's over in Michigan, and they don't
Yes.
have Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
So while he's here in Georgia, he wants Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, which makes sense. I get it.
Right.
So like we roll up in Chick-fil-A, we're like half in our suits.
No, we're in Zaxby's.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
You're right.
everyone else went to Zaxby's, and we're pseudo dressed.
Yeah, we have. I know that we have our shirts, and did we have our vests on?
No, we were
No,
thinking about it,
we
but
just
then
all
we're
had
like,
ties
no,
on.
no,
Yeah, you're right.
because we had the
So
backup shirt.
you're right. So we had our shirts on, our pants on, and then we go inside, and I go up to the register, and the guy's like, "What are you all dressed up for?" Or like, "Where are you headed?" And I was like, "Oh, my wedding," and he was like, okay.
It was a younger kid.
Congratulations. Like, he was so confused.
He was baffled.
It's
like, what's the protocol here? What do I say? Do I give you a discount? What happens?
So like we get our food, we're sitting down, and then Ian and Alex roll up, and they literally bring their Chick-fil-A inside.
While wearing their sunglasses.
Like the frickin' Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Walk in.
As soon as they walk in, I'm like, look at these douchebags. But yeah, they walk in with their food. We all eat, and the entire time, like, I was like, don't spill anything.
We had backup shirts.
We had
It's
backup
fine.
shirts, but still.
No, still. I think all of us came out unscathed.
Yeah, we all came
Yeah.
out unscathed. I was like, anything
Oh.
that fell onto the table, I would like grab a napkin, like,
Will got a little bit of sauce on the side of his shirt.
Well.
But
But we all
he-
had vests though. It's fine.
yeah, exactly. We had
True.
a vest, and he cleaned it up really well, so it didn't really matter.
yes.
Um,
And he also made the comment that if he was going to sweat a lot, that it would just sweat through it. So, anyway.
Will goes ham at any dance.
That's true.
Like,
Yes.
I didn't see him too much dancing that time.
Honestly, there was.
We were all
flew
dancing.
by.
Well, I think the whole thing was like all the bangers were right at the very beginning.
They
Anyways,
were.
we're jumping
Yeah.
the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
Oh.
Jesus.
So then, at some point, like,
Oh, yeah.
Sarah Kate calls Sawyer,
Yeah.
and it's like, I don't know how the conversation went, but ultimately the girls wanted Zaxby's.
Yeah.
So
We just wanted food.
everybody that day, everyone in the wedding party had Zaxby's except
So-
for me and Ian.
So,
If I had known
And
that, I
Timmy-
would have asked
and
for
Timmy.
Chick-fil-A.
so then we're like coordinating. Okay, who takes what? Blah blah blah. We're also it's like all divvy up in our cars. We're like, okay, everyone just goes in this. And-
Timmy like texted me. He's like, "I'm here. What do I do?"
Oh yeah, he got there before all of us because we were
I saw him.
meandering it. I mean, all the
Yeah.
guys. He got there before all the guys.
So we started shuttling some food at a time and drinks, and then
Also, it's raining.
yes,
Oh yes, and
Yes.
it would continue to rain for the whole day.
It's
Yep.
raining.
and then
Constant joke.
I also reminded. I asked Sawyer to ask Jacob. I was like, hey, is Jacob gonna? Because Jacob was watching your cat, right, Clay?
Jacob checked on our cat that morning.
Yeah.
But he was watching the girl's cat.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But he also checked on Clary, so
Yeah.
it was nice.
Yes.
And fetched something from my apartment.
Awesome. Oh, way to go. Way to go.
I think.
Jacob.
I actually
you
can't
could.
remember. Anyway, whatever.
And and I asked Sawyer to ask him, and then we ended up getting Jacob something too, so we were there even longer.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, everyone just go. And then me and Sawyer were the last ones there. So we end up going to the venue. So we're all at the venue with Zaxby's. Well, someone else's Zaxby's.
Yeah.
Where did you eat your Zaxby's?
Upstairs, where everybody's getting ready.
In your dress.
No. I
This
didn't
is the
get
best
dressed.
day of my life.
I was really, really nervous, so I wasn't very hungry all day. I basically forced myself to eat every time I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I just
know.
got
I
a
think it
kid's
was.
meal.
I
I
think it
didn't
was
even eat
good
that much.
for us though.
Huh?
I think it was good for us though to like force ourselves to
Oh
eat.
yeah.
Because I wasn't particularly hungry either.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I got like a 3-piece strip meal when I normally get like a whole wings and things.
Yeah. I was also trying not to go like super crazy as well, just because. Well, we also ate
At the
at your
wedding.
mom's.
And
Right.
my mom's, yeah. It was definitely our lunch, but like
Like we had like a lot of meals close knit together type thing. So then it was just getting ready time, which isn't really anything noteworthy, and then pictures.
Started taking a lot of pictures.
Guys did ours first, just because we were ready first type thing, and
we did a bunch of together pictures with the groups. We did individuals.
Yes,
all the pictures.
I can't wait for the individuals. I think I did a good job.
Nick proposed to me in the individuals, and then I wedding carried him.
Yes, and then it carried me. That was really good. Those were all really good pictures. Oh, and then the girls.
Like he was super tall.
Oh yeah. And then the girls were doing their pictures, and we all did giant group pictures.
Well, Bailey and I did a first look,
Yeah.
which you can opt to do instead of having the first look be when she's walking.
Did they get pictures of that?
They did. It was emotional.
So like, we're at the top of the stairs, and then there's the room that the bridesmaids are getting ready in. And so like, I'm turned around away from that room because the room across the hall is where Bailey was. And so, she comes out and we have our first look, and it's really nice, and you know, we're hugging, and I just like hear like sniffles and snickers from the other room, and like I'm now facing that way, so I like peek, and they're just all the girls' heads.
They're just in
the doorway,
peeking around like Scooby-Doo style.
Yeah,
they were like, like, you know those videos of like the sororities where they like open the door and they're like, you know, it looks like a horror movie. Well, the girls were kind of doing that in the hall, and like the doorway, like there were like
Sam
girls
was
on
like
their
crouched
knees.
down,
Yeah.
and like other girls were peering literally around the side. They were like,
That's awesome.
It was hilarious.
It was sweet.
But
meanwhile, all the guys are downstairs, like wandering aimlessly. Like, what do we even do?
No, we were all standing at the bottom of the stairs because we
Waiting.
thought y'all were gonna walk down the stairs, or at least you. Like
Yeah.
she was gonna walk down the stairs and you were gonna be standing at the bottom. And so we're like, oh, I guess
And then we
nothing's
eventually like, screw
should have
this.
had you guys like come up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or,
it's
like,
okay.
and stand on the stairs.
Message was not given, but anyways,
It'll
it
be
wasn't
for
a big
next
deal.
time.
Yeah, so you guys had the little first look,
That was nice.
and what was your idea that popped up? What were you thinking?
I just cried a bunch.
Yeah, I thought she was beautiful.
You
Loved
look
her.
so
Aw.
handsome.
He did.
Yeah.
He still does.
Oh.
Maybe he looked a little more handsome that day.
That's fair. I tried that day.
It's the suit.
Yeah. It was
But
nice.
yeah, I think everyone looked great.
I had a shiny noggin.
Yeah.
Okay.
A smooth, shiny
It
noggin.
was a smooth shiny noggin. I actually shaved it for the first time, like ever.
I think everybody looked really nice.
Yes. And then
Took more pictures.
More pictures. Oh, we pulled the move on Bailey on pictures
The glasses.
Oh, yeah.
and the socks.
And the socks.
So the whole time the girls didn't know about the glasses from what I know. So
The bridesmaids did not.
the bridesmaids. And all the guys are all like, we gotta make a move with the glasses on them, like some point of the wedding. I was like, maybe we should do it during pictures. It's like, yeah. So we'll do it during pictures with Bailey or something like that. It's like, okay. So then we're taking pictures with Bailey. We do a nice couple of formal ones, and then like, can you guys do a silly one? And then we're all looking at each other like, it's time. Reach in, everyone busts out the glasses, puts them on, and all the girls are like, what is that?
Anthony was wearing my glasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was so cute.
Because we didn't have any for him.
Yes. And we did a lot of good pictures. Oh, we were also popping our socks and showing everybody nice little socks. So everyone got custom socks from Ben. Or not custom, but specialized.
Yeah, I bought them individually for the person.
Right.
Yeah.
So Alex,
Zelda.
yeah, he had like
Zelda socks.
Zelda socks. I had pseudo New York Giant socks,
Yeah.
which were red, white, blue, and black. Which I didn't, when you originally gave them to me, the light was so weird that I couldn't see the blue.
Right.
So I was like, I guess this is that. And it also had like a red skeleton on the side of it. I was mostly looking at the skeleton. I was like, this is cool. I don't care. And then I was like, oh, now there's blue. And I'm like, this is really a New York Giant sock now. So that was perfect. You got Ian, the Lord of the Strings.
I saw that at we were at a fall festival. And there's this really cool store I'm going through, and I see those socks there. And I was like, even if I don't give these to him for the groomsmen socks, I cannot not buy
give
these
them.
for him. Because he's obsessed with Lord of the Rings in the best way possible.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays guitar and sings. He has a band. So, like...
It was perfect.
It was.
Then you got Sawyer...
Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. And then Zach got SpongeBob.
Yes, because he's the meme lord.
Will got Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Timmy got Diva.
Timmy got Diva. Did you get Jacob socks?
I did. I got him socks that are like of a mountain range.
Oh, yeah.
Because of when we went to Asheville. He was Trip Dad.
Trip Dad. Very nice. Is that everyone then?
I mean, I had golf socks.
Oh yeah, golf socks.
The millisecond that I showed Will those socks, his first comment to me is, "That's as close to a hole-in-one you'll ever get." Oh God, it never stops.
I had a retort for that.
Oh, you did?
Yes, but I'm not saying it on stream.
Okay.
Anyways. Because I think I told someone else. I told Zach.
Of course you told Zach.
And Zach's
one
like,
person
you're so mean.
He'll actually use it against him. Oh God.
I think I told Zach. And anyways, but yes. So we were popping the socks, took the pictures, more and more pictures.
And then they called Bailey. Like the photographer still wanted to take pictures, but Jackie, the coordinator, was like, the wedding's starting in 15 minutes.
We gotta go.
10 minutes. We gotta go.
Yeah, and then also they were having you take pictures outside in the rain.
Oh yeah, we
umbrellas.
took some rain pictures.
Yeah, that was after the ceremony.
Yes. Oh, that was after.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 Because we bustled your dress. Anyway.
I learned what that word meant today.
What does that mean?
So my dress had a train. It wasn't a very long one, but
yeah.
it had a train. So you bustle it by like putting buttons at the bottom, and you can basically button the bottom up so it's not like
dragging on the
floor behind you. So it's more complicated than you would maybe think it would be, and
it sounds complicated.
It's
a lot of fabric going on.
I already know that the dress itself is extremely complicated, just the way everything is fitted. So I was just like, not concerning about that. No. I don't wear dresses, so I'm not going to worry about that.
So anyway, there were like 5 people trying to bustle my dress. So that was fun.
Working on in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then right after they did all that, we took some more pictures in the rain. We did all the dances that we do.
Oh, the actual ceremony though.
Oh yeah, the ceremony, it was very nice. I loved it. Jacob officiated. He did a wonderful job.
We were all walking in, and the last set of people to walk in before Bailey was Olivia and Will. But Olivia has her little boy, Sebastian, and as we're all starting to walk out, he is temper tantrum super hard. And
I couldn't hear it up at the front.
I couldn't hear it.
It didn't start until like the first couple of people started going, and then he's just like, I don't even honestly.
He was wailing.
He was wailing and blah blah, and suddenly it was just like, what are we doing? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And
he gets over it fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, that was the thing, was like the last thing that I saw was he was still carrying on. But anyways, I was just like, honestly, it'll be okay if Olivia just picks him up, and then you can hand the sign over to
Lily.
Little Anthony. Hand the sign over to Anthony. He can carry that. Blah blah blah. I was like, it'll be fine. I was like, okay. That was the plan. And then I had to walk. So I walked. And then I got there, I was like, yay, I got my spot, and I was like, what's gonna happen? And then Olivia just came, and I was like, oh, what's gonna happen now? Yeah, Olivia came down with Will. I'm like, what's gonna happen next? And then Sebastian came, and I was like, oh.
And he was totally fine.
He was totally
He
fine.
looked super dazed and confused, but he was fine.
Yeah, I was like, okay, all right, we're good.
And then he immediately
Fine.
ran to his mom. So,
Yes.
and it was adorable.
Good
It
job,
was.
baby.
And then
Lily was flower girl.
My cousin Lily.
And then your special music came on.
Yeah, Ben made a song for me ages and ages and ages ago when we were still in high school. And he recorded that, and that's what I walked down the aisle to.
Actually
so,
recorded it at Alatuna.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh my god. Didn't
Yeah, I
know
saw
that
a little
part. That's
Facebook
awesome.
comment or whatever, or something like that. And said,
Mhm.
or no, you commented
Bailey, to Mr. Gurno.
Mr.
Mr.
Gurno.
Gurno.
Yeah.
saying thank you, and I was just like, wow, Ben actually did that. That's pretty fly. You
Well,
still
I
know
would-
how to play piano?
kind of. So I know how to play that
Not well.
because I know how to play that song because there's only one major theme to it, and the rest I just make up.
Yep, he
So-
improvs it every time.
Yeah.
So I was originally gonna record it on my electric piano, but like the sustaining of it just didn't sound right.
Alex
every
has
time
got
I
a pretty
record.
nice electric piano.
Yeah.
He just got it.
It's
Oh,
recently,
nice.
Oh,
yes.
cool.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Anyway.
So yeah, I recorded it on our high school piano.
Did you do that like after school type thing?
I did it when the band was outside rehearsing.
Oh, okay.
Thursday before the wedding.
That's why you were there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw the Snapchat, and I'm just like, fucking nerd. And it's like, what are you doing over there?
So yeah, I recorded that Thursday before the wedding
Mm-hmm.
because I procrastinate.
That was cool.
Hey.
I mean,
It worked out. I
Yeah,
mean,
it did.
I recorded 2 versions of it because I didn't know how long it would take her to walk down the aisle.
Mhm.
One that was like 3 minutes, one that was a minute and a half. So
Nice.
they ended up using the 3-minute version, and we didn't get nearly anywhere through it. But
No, but that was the one I liked better anyway.
Yeah.
so it worked out.
And as I walked down there, I was like, crying, trying to smile. So it's like,
And then Jacob did a really good job
He did.
officiating,
Mhm.
and he
Wonderful
was making
job.
people laugh. And
he did such a good job that my mom was like, "Did you tell him everything to say?" And I was like, "No,
No,
he
he
just
made.
wrote it. I didn't even know he was gonna say any of what
He
he
didn't
said."
consult us at all, and that's sort of what we wanted.
And she's like, "He did a really good job." I was like, "I friggin' know."
yeah, he did a good job. And then he laid it on with the we had the vows with Bailey.
hmm
He had a little problem.
I cried a lot.
She was very in the moment, and it was to the part where Jacob would be all like, to have and to hold, and then Bailey sitting there like, what am I supposed to say? To have and to hold, having to hold, and like literally doing that was killing all of your bridesmaids. I'm sitting there all like, wow, this is like a stab in my gut, and then like I can't turn around and look at what all the other guys are looking at. I can look at Will, and I can only see the back of his head, and I'm just like, I know you're feeling this.
Well, it was teary. I could see all the guys.
Yes. And there was a moment of eye contact, I think, between me and Bailey, and I was just like, oh, no, don't look at me, look at him. It's like, yes, everyone's staring at you, but don't look at me. Look at him.
All the girls were crying on that sand.
Yeah, like I was like, I peeked over. Oh, every now and then I did the little casual like lean,
Mm-hmm.
and just to see, and oh my gosh, Sam is dying. Majors has got the little bit of like the fluster just a little bit. I couldn't really see Ortega from what I remember, but yeah, a lot of the girls are just like. Yeah.
Sarah Kate told us that it's the most she's cried in any.
Oh yeah,
wedding.
Sarah Kate was up there with Sam as well.
Aww.
And yes, so we did that.
It was good.
Yes. They said
Michael Brennan told me after that he cried a lot. He was like, every time you would sniffle, tear. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can help it.
I didn't. Was there an actual I do part?
I don't know.
I don't remember
I
the
just
whole.
repeated every. I didn't really think
Yeah, I
about it.
sort of just repeated what Jacob said. I think it was as we were putting the rings on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think.
That makes sense.
I don't know.
Anyways,
Well, ask Jacob. He'll
Yeah,
know.
he
So-
wrote it down.
and then comes the final hour of Yell Smooch.
Yeah.
That was
Perfect.
Best line.
the best line.
He was like, all right. Y'all
Y'all
smooched.
I like the brief pause of the all right. It was just all right, and then like everyone there was like,
All right, the end. Go.
y'all smooched.
Okay.
Perfect.
Then you smooched.
Mm-hmm.
Then you walked. Then we all walked.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
Then we had food.
Tears.
Mm-hmm.
And conversation.
And more pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Turbo
more
mode.
pictures.
Pictures,
And the swapping of dresses.
Yes, I did an outfit change. I changed it to a black dress. It was nice. Like the minute I took off and Ortega actually helped me most with that. Ortega and my mom.
Way to go.
But I took off my wedding dress and it's so heavy. I was like, oh my god.
It's a tad bit easier to get around in.
Yeah, that's a lot of things. That's a lot of
I
fabric.
instantly feel better. And then I put on the black dress and I was like, oh my god. Thank God. I decided to change dresses.
Just wondering, is the wedding dress actually comfortable?
No. Not
Okay,
at all.
I figured that.
It's really heavy. It's got a bunch of like beads and like glittery things on there, so it's like itchy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hot because there's so much fabric.
And Georgia.
And it's Georgia, so
Yes.
it's muggy. And I mean, it wasn't even
And
like
it's
a hot day, but it was raining, so it was like really humid and muggy. And so it's just not, no. Wedding dresses are not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
Yes.
So I changed into my black dress. I actually got a lot of compliments on that one too, so I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't, even if I didn't though.
Did you already have the black dress, or did you get it for the
I
wedding?
got it
Got it.
specifically for the wedding.
But
Okay.
she knows that she can wear it again,
Post-wedding.
Yeah.
as
I'll probably wear it
opposed to the
Christmas
wedding dress.
Yes.
Like,
party. Yeah.
Mhm.
I know. Never thought I'd be the kind of person that would change because I was like, no, you spent a lot of money on that dress. You should wear it for as many hours as you can. It's just not practical.
Yeah, it really is.
It's so uncomfortable.
Okay. So, pictures.
More pictures.
Just-
We did the
Discussions.
dances when I was still in my other dress. So we did our first
Yes.
dance, and thankfully the DJ like got
Cut
the
them
memo.
early.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not really into the first dance stuff and like the mother, son, father, daughter dance stuff. So our parents both really wanted that, so that's
why we did it.
Yes.
But Ben and I are like,
Eh.
Let's just
let's just
get to the
stop
rest,
looking
yeah.
at me today.
And-
I'm done.
And Big Mike kind of has a hobble to him as well, so
Mhm.
it's
Yeah, he's got a
rough on
bit of
him.
a bum knee. He did tear up though. He was
Yes.
smiling the whole time, so I don't know if you can tell, but he was like
Yeah.
real teary. And I was like,
he was having a good time.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
So we did that for our parents.
mhm.
But the DJ cut all the songs a little short, which was good. So it's like,
he cut them pretty short actually,
I know, like
Like-
maybe a minute.
because our song is about 3.5 minutes long, and
Mhm.
yeah, we
A
only
minute and a
danced
half.
for about a minute.
Yeah, he got through the first chorus and then.
And then the song I danced with my mom is like a 5-6 minute song.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I
It's,
knew I was figuring he would get
Yeah,
that one short.
it's Simple Man by Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's nice. And then he did the little shuffle. He did the bend shuffle.
Yeah, because I can't dance worth shit.
And I was like, I saw that, and I was like, this is now officially a Ben wedding.
Yeah, it was fun. But yeah, the dances were good. It was just,
How'd you feel like dancing with your folks like that?
I mean, it was nice.
That's
My
nice.
mom was really emotional.
Were you getting it? Were you getting a little bit of the emotional deal?
I was more emotional with Bailey, so it's like it was.
It was like
that-
a calm down.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
it would have been a 7 normally, and it probably was, but Bailey's was a 10, so like it's still a come down. Like,
I think also though, like from your parents' perspective, like you're older now, like you've just reached like this level of adulthood. But from a you perspective, it's like, yeah, this is the same old parents.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
It's not really super emotional. I was crying because Michael was crying, but
Can-
if he wasn't, it would have been.
Can I
fine.
tell you guys something really sappy about my family?
Yeah.
yeah.
So, my parents, when they got married, they didn't really have like a wedding per se. It wasn't really like a whole lot of like celebration or anything like that. They mostly just got wedding or they mostly just got married and like that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And like my mom didn't exactly have like an actual wedding dress. It was just like a dress, and
Mhm.
you know, people got together, and you know that was kind of like the end all be all. So, when my sister got married, my dad, being the stud that he is, my dad is like as smooth as can be, okay? And he knows how to get people going. He had talked to my sister beforehand, and after he danced with my sister, they made an announcement, and they were talking about, well, my father grabbed the mic, and he was saying, this is very nice. When me and my wife got married, we didn't have a dance. So we're going to do a dance now. And then that just killed the room. My mom's dying. He's getting a little and I'm just like sitting there like, this is getting mean. Yeah, that was, he pulled that. So then my brother got married. Same stunt. Now you're tearing up?
Yes.
It's really sweet.
Yeah, he did it again, so I guess now I gotta do it for mine too.
You just gotta.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's gonna get to your wedding to be like, this is tradition now. So.
But yeah, that was like,
sweet.
that was super like awesome. It was a nice little thing. And of course, every time my mom's like a complete sucker, and she just bawls her eyes out. Emotional mess. But yeah. That's awesome. Anyways, so wedding, we're all dancing. Oh, the dance. Well, we started eating, right? That was next.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Alex lied to me. He betrayed me.
I'm sorry.
What?
So wedding party
Oh my
goes
God.
first to go eat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, we're in line, and I'm, like, having conversation and stuff like that, and we're kind of far away from the buffet, or,
Yeah.
and I'm next to Alex. I'm like, Alex, status report, meaning,
Even though
for
we're
food?
standing right next to each other,
Yeah.
he wanted me to scout out the
you
food for
leaned
him.
and you looked.
I
And
just,
Okay.
I just want to point out, this is the second time you've said betrayal this whole podcast, and they're both about food.
these are things that I'm adamant about.
Important stuff.
Anyways, so he leans over and he's saying something, and there was one thing that he was definite on. He said that there was mac and cheese.
No, I said there was cheese fries.
Oh, no, there
because
was
the
even
pasta,
better. He said that there was cheese fries, and I was
pasta
like,
looked like they were cheese
"Hold
fries.
on."
Oh my God.
And I was like,
he said cheese fries,
in
and
my
I was.
defense, when it's in the big container like that, from a distance, it looked like cheese fries.
Honestly,
He
good.
said cheese
Yeah.
fries, and I was like, "This is now officially the best wedding I have ever been to." There are
Sorry to
cheese
disappoint.
fries. I am going to have a whole plate of cheese. I'm just gonna
But
take the whole thing. No one else gets cheese
It
fries.
was a carb with cheese on top of it.
It was
We get
nice.
there.
It was some
It was
pasta.
We
It
get
was
there.
penne
We get up
pasta.
to that part, and
This is the
it's there, and I stare at him, and I'm just like,
cheese fries.
"Really?
Oh my God.
What have you done?"
I'm sorry. I'll never live this
My
down.
hopes, my dreams.
So then, I pile on the food, and I sit down, and I explain what happened to Timmy, and Timmy backs me
Oh.
up, and he's like,
Timmy
"You're
just
a
gives
fool."
me Timmy just gives me shit for everything, and you just
That's
gave him a
true.
whole handful
That's
of
true.
ammo.
I know.
That's true.
So now you have two people looking at you with great disappointment about cheese fries. Damn you, Alex. Damn you to
I
cheese
tried.
fries.
You trusted me. Now that's your fault.
There you go.
You trusted me to scout.
You appear trustworthy, so therefore you
Oh.
are receiving.
The only way to make up for this is have cheese fries at your wedding.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, fair. Or yours. Well, yeah.
It's
Or,
true.
At the very least, I'll order cheese fries just for Nick and have them hand delivered.
Yeah, it'll be like the vegetarian meals, but like cheese fries.
You're gonna Postmates cheese fries.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. This is bullshit. You just order them.
That'll be an ultimate move right there. Anyways, so
After eating, we
Ah.
did
yes.
game.
Yeah,
I
we
think.
did.
Oh, yeah,
Wedding
The
game.
newlywed game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was
Two.
fine.
You guys did pretty good on that one.
I guess. I think.
Ben cheated. He was like, I didn't want to answer you because I didn't want to be mean.
Well, because some of the questions are such bullshit.
Yeah, they were
One
some
of the
weird
questions was like, who burns food more often? And here's the thing: neither of us cook that often, but the answer is probably me because I've melted a spatula before. So
Yes. And
so I was like, me definitely. But Ben put him because he was like, well, it was mean to say it was you. Like, you're
So we
sweet,
had a
but that's
potential.
lie.
we had a potential to go, what, 15 for 15,
20.
20 for 20 on that.
But Ben was being nice.
Get back down, damn it. And the best part was there was like parts where like he would ask a question and both of you had the exact same like reaction of just like
the same amount of hesitation too.
and like you would both like raise one at the same time and like and then you both raise the correct one at the same time and we're all like, this is way weird.
Really?
Yeah.
There's one that we both put both shoes up for.
Yeah.
There was
I don't
laundry.
remember what it was. Oh, laundry. Yeah.
Yeah.
We hate it.
That was awesome. I was like, this is way too awesome. And then so we did that and then dancing.
And then dance.
Yeah, there was one other like game but it was a dance. We were able to pick the song for it, and I picked my grandparents' song, and apparently I made my grandpa cry a little bit. But it's the anniversary dance where like all the married couples go on the dance floor,
right.
and then whoever's been together the longest stays the longest.
Was that your grandparents that were the longest?
No,
Ben's grandparents?
I had like 2 or 3 years.
But mine were in second place.
But we picked Bailey's grandparents' song.
Yeah, I don't know your grandparents' song.
I don't know any of my family's songs.
Well, I know my grandparents' song, so that's what we used, and apparently made my grandpa cry a little bit.
I'm sure for my grandparents, at least, well, I don't know any of my grandparents on my father's side because they're gone. But I'm sure if it was for mine, I would probably just pick like something straight out of The Godfather. It's what happened. Pretty sure.
So yeah, there was that, and then there was the actual dancing, which I didn't partake in too much at that point because I was so tired.
Okay, DJ almost killed everyone because they put out all the fast-paced ones right at the beginning that everyone's implied to dance.
All the group dances,
he did like
yeah,
all the line dances basically.
So we're like
right in a row.
We're 3 songs in, and we're all like, and then suddenly like it got to like a mellow song, and then the dance floor was empty.
Like, everyone went to go get like a cake.
And then the DJ is like, well, I guess I did a bad job. So then he puts out another one. We're like, oh, everyone's running back in.
It kind of lived and died with the wedding party itself, because like
really did.
When we were there,
were the
everyone was
dancers.
there, and then we all left about the same time, and everyone dispersed.
Yeah, that's true. I knew that the wedding party was gonna be the main dancers of the whole thing because my family is a bunch of introverts.
And the whole wedding
they're not gonna
itself
dance
is
anyway.
fairly small, anyways.
Yeah, there were only like 70 or so people there, so yeah, I was like, the wedding party is gonna be the thing that is keeping the dance floor alive.
Keeping the party alive.
Yeah.
Me excluded because I was so tired. I was like, woo, I'm done. I'm gonna go sit down.
More dances. Oh, and then we had Will's speech, his toast.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you guys think of that?
I thought it was really nice.
It was nice.
It was
Short,
nice.
sweet, and to the point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lovely. Jacob made me cry.
I want to ask Will because he had notes, and from what I understood, he was not reading from his notes, and he had a lot of notes.
He probably bailed.
I think he bailed.
From what I heard about it is that when he wrote it, it was really more like stiff and formal. Like it was hard to like make like a not as like a more loose speech when you're actually writing it down.
Right.
So he didn't like it by the time he was done with it, so he decided to go like wing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, I thought he did a good job.
He did a good job.
I would say if I was gonna give a speech, I probably would do something similar to Will, where I like write it and then like, okay,
You're like,
maybe not.
Good
Too
idea.
much.
I'll just try to remember
I think
most
the
of
way
it.
you should do it is just make like a bulleted list of like, I definitely want to mention this and this and this.
Right.
My family's, well, me and my father now have a reputation of having good speeches for weddings now.
That's good.
So
Yeah.
I guess now there's a par for me. So.
So for any family weddings.
Oh, it's par set for my brother though, and he's an introvert. That's gonna be awesome. Heck yeah! And he's never done like he's never done like a best man speech, so that's gonna be awesome. I had to make him do that.
My sister came up to me the night before. She's like, "So how are the speeches working?" And I was like, "I think Will's doing one, and that's all I know of." And she was like, "Oh, I don't have to do one." And I was like, "Do you want to do one?" And she was like, No, I was actually dreading it, and I was like, okay,
Then
don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't care. She was like, I know I'm just gonna cry a bunch if I do one, and I was like, okay, this is fine.
Well, for my brother's wedding, I think I've mentioned this before. The maid of honor was her sister, who I think just recently turned 21. And
Wow.
between it was a very short amount of time between the ceremony and the reception. Between that very short amount of time, she got plastered.
Oh.
Oh my god.
And we'll think before we even like actually, well, as we were walking in, I was talking to her, and I was just like, you know, do you have your speech written out? Blah blah blah. Are you ready? Are you nervous? Blah blah blah. Because meanwhile, I'm like 18, I think, at the time. And I was asking her this, and she's like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna wing it. I'm like, you're just gonna wing it for your sister's wedding? And it's like, yeah, I think it'll be okay. I'm like, okay. And so she got plastered, and she got the mic, and it
Oh no.
Lauren cries like so much tears and
Aw.
mumbling, and I really want you to know that I love you so much, and blah 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 blah, and I love you, and blah 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 blah, and I love you.
That's you and me.
Yeah. And everyone in the wedding was like, and then the wedding coordinator was like, give me the mic.
Just like, you're done.
And Mike comes to me, and her boyfriend or fiance at the time, I don't know if he proposed yet, quickly escorted her out. Something happened, and I now had the mic, and I was like, right. So it's like, I need to go into recovery mode. So being me, I had to be an ass, and I threw her underneath the bus. So I looked deep in my brother's eyes. I said, Joseph, I really love you. I kind of made fun of her just a little bit, made it lighthearted, and then I did my speech, and everyone liked that.
Perfection.
It was bad. So we did toast. What happens after that? We were just chilling and more
chilled
songs.
after that.
Yeah, cake.
Cake.
Oh yeah, we had cake.
Did you like the cake?
It was fine.
I had literally the bite that we fed each other.
Yeah, that's all I had
That's
too.
all I had.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I had. We just got pulled in other directions, and then
Right.
Yeah. That's alright.
And then
I thought it tasted good.
you know, everyone's talking to 50 million people because you know everyone's there and they're trying to mingle.
Yeah. I feel there were so many people I wanted to talk to, and I feel like I said hey to everyone.
But you didn't
Right.
have a
That's
discussion
it.
with everyone.
Yeah. And I was like, dang it.
That's hard.
Like,
It really is.
You have to
Shut up,
balance
everyone.
having a good time and like feeling obligated
Especially
to at
when
least say something.
you're
Yeah.
like given a go ahead to, all right, goodbye. It was like, oh, okay, we're going.
I know.
Which I think that was pretty much it. You guys ended up having to go.
Yeah, we left.
Yes.
And you all went outside, so you didn't actually hear our send-off song.
You had a send off song?
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
The DJ played it, and the people inside heard it, but it was so quiet.
They were forcing sparklers into our hands and telling
Yeah,
us
they,
to
they,
go
they were
outside.
like they were pushing us, and then it's like wedding party outside, sparkler, glow stick. I'm like, okay.
So we wanted to, and I guess failed, but we wanted to rickroll our wedding.
Oh no.
So our send-off song was "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
It was comedic genius, I've got to say.
I loved it, but because we could hear it, but
I tried to make some funny choices for songs too. It was mostly a very sappy wedding, which I didn't intend. But it was a lot of tears were cried from a lot of people. And then I had two meme songs, and it was Eminem's song for the bouquet catch. What's that song goes? Mom's Spaghetti.
You got one
Oh, yeah.
shot,
Yeah.
one opportunity. Yeah,
That's what I
that
did
was a
for
good
the-
one.
for the bouquet toss. And then it was Rick rolling for our send off.
yeah.
Excellent.
And that's it.
All right, I swear to you, for the what do you call that when you threw Bailey's thing?
Garter.
The garter toss. we were all set it up, right? And I was like, all right, I got prime positioning if it goes high, but if it's low, I got to battle for Ian. I swear to you, because like we're like right next to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
I swear to you, he throws an elbow into my chest.
Ian's like, me.
It was either an elbow or a push off,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like right into the rib. And I was like, and I was like, oh, and I was like,
He's like, fine.
and I was like, he wanted that.
Ortega got the bouquet too.
Yeah.
I
That
just was
She's
kind
very
of there.
competitive
I was
about
there
it.
in the back, saw that it got tossed into the front,
And you're
I was
like,
like, oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
oh, well.
I thought it was gonna fling more than it did.
Yeah, those things are always like,
Yeah.
from what I've seen at weddings, it's just.
It
like,
always goes to
they
whoever's
go
in
short.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, I was afraid to throw my bouquet too far because there's a chandelier
That's what I
in the
kept
path.
thinking.
And
Yeah,
so I was like,
especially
I'm
for
just
the-
gonna, like, boop, okay, whatever.
Bailey's bouquet was also supposed to be a breakaway bouquet.
I could have made it
A
a
breakaway?
breakaway bouquet. Yeah, so they bunched together, like, a bunch of different...
Flowers.
Basically, I wanted to, when I throw it,
It goes in like a bunch
Oh,
of.
Yeah.
I see.
So everyone gets one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a
but
good idea.
I didn't do it. They made it for me so that I could, but I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I ended up keeping it together as one bouquet. I'm just tossing
Is
it.
this something that you just like unwrap it type thing?
Yeah, so they tied, like, they had, like, a few, I think, like, maybe 3 or 4 miniature bouquets, and then they tied all of it together with, like, a ribbon.
I never heard of that, so probably if I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, it just got obliterated in there.
They fucked up. But yeah, I kept it together
Headshot.
because, I don't know, there were less people doing it, and so I was like, well, we'll just
That's
have
fine.
one.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys were walking out. You got any little not decorated
Prius.
car,
My Prius was a getaway car.
which
Yeah.
was probably thoroughly cleaned.
Yes,
Yes.
it was.
clean.
I had gotten it detailed before.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
Went back to the apartment and went to bed.
Yep.
Straight up, just went to sleep.
True.
Don't blame you.
So nice.
There's
I
nothing
felt
new in
one.
this relationship. We're done.
I fell asleep so fast. I was like, oh, Ramir.
You guys had a long day.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be a long day. And then the next day we left for honeymoon.
And then after you guys left, you know, there's more talking and everyone's, you know.
Oh, yeah. What happened after?
And we were talking. We're all talking. I think we all our peeps. Well, we all took a family photo with the Robinson family.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we were missing a son and daughter. But it was me, Alex, Timmy, Michael Brennan, Evan Liebish,
Aww.
Allison Majors.
Yeah, all the people that
Sam.
chill with us, chill at the Robinson house.
Yeah.
Yes, and we all took a picture together, and then we were all like, okay, because we're all like, we also wanted to talk.
Yeah.
They said, all right, you guys can come over to our place and we can chill out there, because then we talked Michael Brennan and Evan and Majors into all going to the Robinsons.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
okay, we're down, definitely going. And meanwhile, I'm like beyond tired, running
Yeah, I
on
was-
like 3 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You. This is an interesting point because whenever you say you're tired, you never look like or act like you're tired.
It's all
When-
a facade.
When I was probably just as tired, if not more tired than you, but I was like
Okay,
fading.
so-
I was fading hardcore at Will's house.
When Alex fades, it's like he's literally like dozing.
Yeah.
When I fade, I'm going mad.
Yeah.
Um,
His sanity is fading.
my
Yeah.
sanity fades. And anyway, so I'm you know, everyone started leaving. So I was like, okay, I'll meet you guys over there. And while that's happening, I was also trying to help clean up some things around. I didn't want Big Mike to move everything by himself, pretty much, as he was packing up the van. And then they're all like, you want the booze? And I'm like, what? It's like, do you want the booze? 8 points. And there's all the booze over there. And I'm like, yeah.
Sure.
So I originally grabbed a case. No, I originally said, okay, I'll grab a thing of Megalo. That's fine. And then Will says he also wants Megalo. And I said, fuck you. But we ended up finding that there's 2 things of Megalo. I was like, fine, you can get that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So Will grabs his, he's gone. I'm continuously like helping clean up and do all this other stuff and bringing stuff to my car. And then suddenly it's, here, you can have another case. And I'm like, okay. And then eventually he's like, you can just take all of it. And I'm like, oh my God. So suddenly I throw all this beer and crap in my car and Chardonnay and wine. I was like, holy crap. I was like, I guess this is good because then we have a family event coming later, whatever. But I was like, wait, I need to confirm this with Ben and Bailey. So I did that the next day.
Yeah.
Anyways, then I finally leave and I head towards the Wills. And then I was like, I'm hungry and there's only one thing that I want right now. And I never want this. You guys usually can attest to this. Taco Bell. I don't ever really want Taco Bell, but whenever I do want it, I want it. So I stop at Taco Bell. I grab a couple of what do you call those, grillers? I grab a couple of grillers, and then I get to Will's. So we're all talking and whatever, and then oh, you went to Taco Bell? I was like, yeah. So then everyone's like talking in a circle, and then I'm sitting there with my griller, and I'm just eating that like quietly, and May just is just like staring at me. It's like, are you kidding me? It's like, no. And then like I walk away as I'm about to finish the one griller, and I go get the other griller because she had turned away. That was the best part. She turned away when I had this much griller left, and I was super quiet. So I walked away. She turned away. I grabbed another griller. I came back with a whole nother griller. She turned back and she's like, what? It's like, I'm hungry.
It's fine.
I ate the griller. We were all talking, chilling out with Michael.
Football
and
in the
Evan.
background.
Yeah, football in the background, making fun of Tennessee. We were talking about Michael Brennan's little brother and his family. Basically, it was just a whole lot of catching up between Michael and Evan.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And then everyone left. You should have left the suits there because I could have just taken all the suits. I took all of the suits for the guys.
Well, I rushed home first and just ripped everything off. And
right.
I was like, oh, get this off me.
We're done. But anyways, I stayed the night over at Will's, and the next day I woke up and I basically like, hey Will. He's like, hey, bye. And I just took all the suits. It was me, Zach, Will's, and Ian's. I took them all over to the place and dropped them off. Later that night, the wedding plague.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone was poisoned at our wedding.
Somehow.
So what was the final? I haven't heard an update on that since it got.
I
talked about in
don't
the
know what
group,
happened.
We really don't know what happened.
I don't know where it started.
The venue wants to blame someone at the wedding being sick, getting everyone else sick, and I personally think that there was a server that was sick. But we don't
The
really know.
consensus is that no one was sick before the wedding.
Everyone was sick
after.
the wedding.
So we're not sure what started
including
it.
Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey included.
I got sick after.
I didn't, and that's the thing is like it was so random who got sick.
Well, the thing was, I had no idea that other people were getting sick until like. All right, so I got home and it was like around midnight, and I was like, I guess we'll go to bed. And I was like, I'm getting that feeling.
You're like, it's the Taco Bell.
It wasn't even that. And I was like, so I'm getting that feeling, like it's coming. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna start getting more hydrated or whatever. And as I'm doing that, I get sick. I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, fine. So I stood up, trying to get more hydrated, and then I got sick again. And I was like, now I have to go because I can't keep my fluids down. So I had my mom take me to the hospital so that way I can get an IV in me so I can get hydrated. Also, it's the same hospital that Timmy works at. So I texted Timmy on the way, and I was like, hey, Timmy, by the way, I'm on my way to Kennestowe. And he wasn't there at the time. He was off of work.
Good.
I had left. Well, while I was there, they said that my white blood cell count was pretty high. So they said it was probably some sort of like virus thing that kind of got me and pushed me over. And I was like, okay. I didn't really think anything of it. I went home. Took a very short nap. I woke up to the group me blowing up.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, everyone's getting sick. It's
Yeah.
not just me.
Keep in mind, this is the Monday after our wedding. It's also Bailey's birthday.
Yes.
And we're like in South Carolina on our honeymoon.
I had a horrible day that
That's
day.
why I didn't say happy birthday to you, because all this other crap is going on. And I was like, I'm going to tell Bailey happy birthday. Oh, sickness. Blah, 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 blah. Got distracted. The next day, I never said happy birthday.
That's okay. Everybody forgot about my birthday this
Oh.
year.
Oh.
You had a wedding.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so everyone was talking on the thing, and suddenly it was like a whole investigation between the group chat of like, well, I had this to eat, I drank this.
Oh yeah, because we thought it was the food at first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
But then it couldn't be.
Because everyone had practically almost the same
yeah,
thing.
there were things that I didn't have, that person didn't have, and all sorts of stuff. It was weird. Anyways, so I casually just like put in the group chat. It's like, oh, I visited Timmy's workplace or something like that. I didn't want to make it be all like, I went to the hospital and cause a panic. But I sent that, and I was like,
I panicked.
I was like, I'm gonna wait. And then 5 or 10 minutes later, Ben sends me a message like, did you go to the hospital? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay now. And I think when that happened, y'all's like red flags like went out.
Mhm.
I was like,
Yeah,
don't.
it because Bailey's whole family was sick, but we could rationalize that being like Sebastian just casually giving everyone something.
Right.
But then Bailey's extended family was like reporting in that they were sick.
It was like half the people at the wedding.
It was.
Yeah, it was actually
around
half.
like 30, 31 people, and we had 70-ish there.
Yeah.
So
Literally half. But it definitely was a virus because people were getting sick after from other people getting sick. So I don't know who had what before the wedding, but someone infected everyone.
Yes.
So, yeah. But if I ignore that, it was perfect.
I was gonna say, like, everything seemed to go out without a hitch. There didn't seem to be like any like delays or
Yeah, my
everything
one.
ran on time.
The
and
one
on track.
thing was not getting pictures of the bridesmaids in their dresses.
And that's the one thing
Oh.
that you wish you had.
Yeah. I know I have one picture of them in their dresses, but that's it. And so I'm kind of like, what the heck? But it's also like, well, that's not my fault. It was like the wedding coordinator and the photographer didn't communicate well, so
Right.
whatever.
Very nice.
But otherwise, perfect.
Yeah.
Way more sappy than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be this casual, fun wedding, and instead I cried so much.
You didn't think that you were gonna cry as much, or if
I
at all?
really didn't think I was gonna cry that much at all.
You're
That
like
was a lie.
you're like sitting there like, we've been married for like 5 years anyways.
Yeah, basically.
So...
Yeah. And then we went to Savannah, which...
well, we went to South Carolina.
Well, the original plan,
The plan A was to go to New Orleans,
Yes.
but there's a huge storm coming there. And okay, so we're like the Friday before, right?
Mhm.
We're like looking
Thursday before.
Thursday before. We're looking at Bailey's looking at news reports about it, and she read a headline that was like controlled explosions to take down cranes.
yes.
I thought that was the funniest shit in the world. Like,
I was like, if the storm's that bad that they're willing to explode a crane,
Well,
maybe don't go.
yeah. What had happened was the building itself fell apart, and there were construction workers down, and people got trapped, and some people died, unfortunately.
yeah, that was really sad. That's not what I'm laughing
and
about.
then
Mhm.
the crane was still there, so they had to collapse it.
Mhm.
But my mom, not knowing anything, so while we're at the hospital, they were showing this on the news, and she's all like, "Wow, that crane just fell apart." Like, no, it blew up.
Yep.
They literally controlled explosion that crap, and it collapsed on itself.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
I just thought it was fun, like, because I'm thinking to myself, like, people who are making that decision are like, we gotta take this crane apart. It's like, but we don't have time. Just blow the
Blow
fucker up.
I want to be that guy at the table. It's like, we need plan of action, blah, blah, blah. This is serious. And then I just come in and just,
Explosions.
I say we blow it up. I say I blow it up. But yes, so you decided not to go to New Orleans.
So
Yes.
Bailey's family has a timeshare, so we sort of just
My
arbitrarily
mom, I was
picked.
like, where's a place that's open within driving distance? My mom was like, this place? No. This place? No. This place? it's within driving distance and it's open, sure.
Let's do it.
Let's do
so
that one.
it ended up being Merle's Inlet, which is like...
Is that close to Myrtle Beach? Or?
Yeah.
It's very close to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, like it...
That's like, for me, that's like the only like place I really understand that people go to in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Is Myrtle
Right.
Beach.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or wait,
No.
Charleston.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, it was boring.
It was really boring.
Yeah, Ben described it as old people go to Florida, old people go there.
Yes.
Yeah, there's so many retirement communities there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Not a lot of nightlife.
No, there's like a...
Not really.
There's like a marsh walk, which is like a boardwalk with a bunch of restaurants, and that was the coolest part.
Oh my god, they were so overpriced though.
Yeah, that was...
So
Of course.
expensive.
And
Well, it's meant for people who are retired.
it's super tourist trappy. So we were like, what can
But for someone of not our age.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were like, so what can we do to make this better? Like, I made a joke, like, Thursday night, or Thursday during the day. I was like, should we just go home?
Mhm.
Like, I guess it was Wednesday during the day.
Yeah.
I was like, should we just go home? Then we're feeling kind of defeated. And then Bailey's mom offhandedly was like, why don't y'all go to Savannah? Because it's like a 3.5 hour drive from Merle's Inlet.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, why don't we go to Savannah?
Which, like, you guys, for clarification, have already stayed at Savannah for a very long time.
We lived there.
Yeah, we lived there for a year when we went to college for 1 year there. And we love it. It's like a second home.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love Savannah so much.
Yeah, you guys had a good time, sounded like.
Yeah, we had a jam-packed couple days there, and we drove by our first apartment. I was
It was our like first apartment together ever too.
Yeah.
So.
Our old school.
We didn't drive through our old school, which is what we usually do. We just drove past it. It's still it's owned by Georgia Southern now.
Ben sent me a Snapchat. I was over at Alex's
Yes.
during this Snapchat.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You were.
I went to Alex's for the first time in ever
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still haven't been
I've
there.
never been to
and played
Alex's.
Beat Saber. And anyways, so we were there, we were chilling. This is after recording the remainder of Outlast.
Yes.
So we have all of Outlast
We are
recorded.
done.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
I gotta get Alien.
I've been watching them slowly and surely.
And anyways, so Ben sends me this snap, and it's Bailey got me something, and it was this big.
I said Bailey got me a fan, or Bailey got me a present.
Yeah.
Oh, you did tell me that. You didn't say where they were though.
Oh, well,
okay.
I didn't really know where they were, to be
Oh,
honest.
large-
Large
Okay.
preface.
Yes.
It's apparently Pride Weekend in Savannah.
Yes.
Oh.
So.
The first ever.
Which now that I'm
Well,
drawing,
it's not the first Pride there. It's the first Pride parade.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
okay. Got it.
Anyway, so please.
They're really extended about stuff like that, you know. But anyways, so he's like, yeah, Bailey got me a present, and then suddenly he goes, and it was like a fold-out fan, right? But it was like freaking huge.
It's like a full size.
It was like 180 degrees of fan.
almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
And it just says, Daddy. And I was just like, what?
Because, I think I personally don't like that used in sexual content. But Bailey likes to joke about it, not in sexual situations. She literally, like, I'll hand her something, she'll say, "Thanks, Daddy," and it's like, ugh. So
It's so cringy, but I find it hilarious.
It's a
But
nice-
Ben's always like, like, oh.
And then I guess maybe eventually you guys get kids, and then now it's gonna be an actual,
Yeah.
Daddy.
yeah. So like I specifically didn't share that snap with my mom or my dad because I think they would think that that's what that meant.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like, surprise,
Oh,
I'm
right.
pregnant. Yeah.
But like,
No,
We're not.
no.
that's not how we announce that anyway.
I mean,
Right, I'll
No.
take a white Sharpie and write "I'm a."
No,
on the-
even
on the
better.
fan.
It's on the other side. You put for real though, so it's like Daddy, for real though. And then, anyways, so he sends that snap.
Hey there.
Oh, who's that?
Welcome.
Oh, it's my brother.
Hey.
Oh.
hi.
Hey, Joseph. But yeah, he sends me that snap, and I'm like, Alex is in mid song and Beat Saber, so I just like casually just turn around, pull out my snap, and start recording as like he's doing Beat Saber, and I
Oh.
slowly thumbs up. Good, send it.
It was funny.
Yes.
Oh, it was great. It's the funniest gift I've ever given you. for sure.
Mm-hmm. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else noteworthy on your honeymoonage?
Oh, it was just so much fun.
It was great. We bought a bunch of new art.
We did. We bought
you're
so
telling me
much
about
art.
We bought 1 original piece and 3 prints of some art. And
Anything really feng shui or anything like that? Like, what is it?
it's so the one that we bought that's like the original. It's a moon. There's like a red sun in the bottom of it, and there's like a house. Oh, Bailey has pictures. What the fuck am I doing?
do.
I'm just not even gonna bother.
I'm gonna try and find out the artist's name as well.
I tried a cigar for the first time.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't tell Will that. Now he's gonna feel defeated.
I already did.
I think her name is Melissa something.
Yeah, it is Melissa something. But I told Will about it. He's like, oh yeah, I love cigars. We should.
Oh, we have a new follower who is Little Miss Mac. Oh, that's Lauren, my sister-in-law.
Hi.
Well, it's about time. Okay.
Welcome.
Slowly gaining followers.
Unfollows. I won't take that sass from you, Nick.
We would have no notification of an unfollow. Just saying. That would be awesome to have like an alert for that.
Ooh, that's super pretty.
That's one of them.
That's the one I'm trying to describe.
Oh.
Can I show the camera?
Yes.
Bring.
Her name's Melissa something?
Ta-da!
It's kind of hard to see, but it's fine.
It's a little hard to see, but I'm doing my best.
You're doing
Okay,
great.
you can bring it back as we roll.
And so we got 3 other ones.
She's based in Asheville. I cannot remember. It's Melissa something.
And
but she's
we
really
got
great.
2 of her other
Santa Maria?
ones.
No.
Which are kind of abstract in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then the last one is it's called Yellow Submarine.
Thank you.
And that's.
Oh, he says congrats to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Cootie Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was pretty much it. We came back yesterday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then you podcast.
And
This is the first ever wedding podcast.
That's
It is.
true.
Yeah.
The post-marriage podcast.
We will hopefully have more.
Podcasts. We'll still be married.
No, I meant more post-wedding podcasts
Yes.
Yeah.
for them
Yes.
Oh.
when they get married.
Oh. Okay. I see.
You want to get married?
I mean, you just divorced me, so you're really gonna talk to me like that?
We're already talking about moving in, okay?
We're getting serious.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
so
Talk about that a bit.
please.
I'm so excited about the prospect of it.
Okay, so the original discussion from this actually came from me and Zach. We were talking about fun hypotheticals of basically everyone lives in Vinings.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I thought I was already following. I thought you did this under Spuddles. My bad. Oh, no, this is under Talking Swims.
Okay.
There's a complete different entity. Oh, and then Lauren says congrats.
Thanks.
But me and Zach, we get along very well, and we're like, it'll be awesome if we like moved in together, but we gotta wait. So we'll basically, you get out of college, we both get big boy jobs, and then we go live in Vinings with everyone else. He's like, yeah, and we're like, now we wait and see if we still feel the same until later. Then, everyone got drunk over at the Ben and Bailey wedding party, the Bachelor and Bachelorette joint party.
Yes.
And
That's fun.
Ben and Alex were talking, and he's like, you should come to Vinings down with us. And he's like, yeah. And then Ben was like, that sounds like a really good idea. I genuinely want all you guys down in
I
Vinings.
would love for all y'all to live in
That would be
Vinings.
dope.
Yeah. And so I was like, me and Zach are already talking about it. And then it's like, yeah, all you guys should just go to get a house together, or apartment together. And we're like, okay, maybe. And then when we were hanging out over at Alex's, we were talking about it more.
Entertaining it more.
But
Researching.
y'all gonna get a house eventually.
That's true. If
Yeah.
I could afford a house in Vinings, though, I genuinely would stay in Vinings.
This is all speculation and fun stuff talking, and like, I don't know. It'll be definitely a cool thing to have everyone basically virtually live in the same place
Yeah.
and just reenact Friends. And just
bust
don't
into
even
each other's.
lock the door. Just bust in this huge apartment that's really just cluttered with all sorts of crap. Have one friend go into acting. Have another friend. I don't even know what everyone else does other than Joey.
I don't watch Friends.
I've never
so I
watched
don't know.
Friends.
Okay.
Friends has always just been like a put on like a one-off episode to have it in the background kind of thing.
Yes, that is right.
Didn't Jennifer Aniston work at the coffee shop?
I take you to the candy shop.
I don't know.
I thought she did.
Plot.
I thought that was
At
like
one
a
point,
plot
I think she did.
Mm.
I think that's how it all started. I don't know. I'm sure I can ask Lauren and she would know. Actually, I don't even know if she would even watch Friends. I know my sister did.
Sam does.
Yes, Sam is.
Hey Sam.
In the future. Oh yeah, me and Alex had this discussion about in our recording. I was like, so whenever we record, we are forever in the past, and we talk to people who are in the future, who whenever they watch it, they are in the present, but we are forever in the past. And I was like, and he was like, and I was like,
That's how time works.
and I was just like,
Yeah, I'm following.
and then we're all like, we should talk in the past tense all the time, and then we're like, no.
Oh, that'd get confusing.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be so fun. If we do get a house, I don't know where it's gonna be.
Well, we would have to
Marietta.
wait for
Ackworth.
Zach to graduate, which is in spring, and then he would need to get a big boy job, so that's probably not going to happen until like maybe summer.
He'll probably want to move close to the city anyway,
Yeah.
because that's where
Where
those
the
jobs will be.
opportunities.
It's pretty convenient. It seems it's pretty convenient for Allison, who also works in the industry he wants to work in.
Right.
So
I actually think Allison would even benefit from working or from living even further into the city,
Mm-hmm.
just because she's doing what she
I
does.
mean, but she has pretty quick access to 285.
That's true.
So.
It's like it's the crossroads right there. So anyone that needs to get anywhere has like, for me personally, I have a longish commute, and the hardest, like a lot of the drive is just getting to the highway
Yeah.
from where I live. So being right there on the highway is like what
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
ask for anything better.
That's why.
And there's two. I mean, you have
Yeah.
pretty direct access to both 285 and 75 for where
Yeah.
we live.
That's why when Bailey and I have been looking at houses, we don't look in that area where you and Will's houses are.
Right. Yeah.
Because it just getting to the highway takes like.
It
half
takes me
the
20
trip.
minutes.
Yeah. So like. That's when we were looking right on like the 575 line.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we don't know where we're gonna live. We'll figure it out.
So do you feel that now that you are married, anything has changed?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we were just sitting at dinner one night on the honeymoon, and I was like, I really can't pinpoint it. Like what feels different, but it does.
Does it feel more like a
I
validation thing?
Maybe.
Well, I don't think it's a validation between us, but I think it is. Like, I think people treat you older and
Just different in some
just
way.
different
You
when
feel
you say
more
things
mature?
like my husband or my wife.
Huh.
I don't feel more mature. I feel the exact same.
Yeah.
You've been saying fiance for 5 years, so.
I just feel like people take you more serious. That's not really what I mean either.
Mhm.
Like, when you say you're married, people just think you're older, I guess.
Mhm.
And so they treat you a little bit more, I don't know, like you're a bit older. That's the only thing that's different. How the world perceives us is different.
I don't want to grow up. I'm never getting married.
I feel like that's the only thing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you say like my husband or my wife, they're like, "Oh, you're older." Like the lady, I was buying the art,
Mhm.
and she was like, "Yeah, now that we're getting older," because we were talking about, I mentioned like, "Oh yeah, I just got
Mhm.
married. My husband's outside,"
Mhm.
and she was like, "Yeah, well, now once we're older, I feel like we all like these things instead."
So you feel like another realm of adulthood.
yeah,
Right.
So it's like 18, 21,
Married.
marriage,
yeah,
Death.
kid,
mm-hmm.
kid house.
yeah.
Yeah, kid house is pretty.
Home ownership probably falls somewhere before child
Yes.
rearing, but yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah, sometimes.
You know what's something else that happened? We took an Uber. Or a Lyft, I guess.
Oh my god, yes!
And we actually rode inside a Tesla.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
That was really cool.
It was super neat.
Those things are pretty wild because from what I've seen, like, it kind of operates like an RC car because, like, you know when you have an RC car that when you let go of the throttle, it, like, brakes automatically and stops? Same thing happens with Tesla. So if you just let go of the throttle, it automatically, like, slows down substantially.
Oh, that's so weird.
So if you actually want to slow down, like, gracefully, you need to ease off the the throttle.
Oh, that's so
Instead
weird.
of just, like, letting go, or else it's just gonna go zoom.
But it was super cool. He had a really recent model too.
He had the Model 3,
Okay, I don't know.
I think.
Is that one of the ones that has like the semi like assisted driving?
I'm not sure. He had a giant ass tablet for his screen, and
It covered a lot of...
yeah, and so on it, the part that I thought was well, first of all, he could pull up like a map, like a satellite looking map on it.
Oh wow.
And the part that I thought was the coolest was a little sliver of it next to the map was like a white 3D image of him and the cars around him. It could sense all the cars around you.
Yeah.
And it displays them going past you and being in front of you.
Oh, that's like the that's part of the automatic driving thing. Is like that's like the sensor that it uses to be all like, you can drive without me. Just make sure that your hand is on pen and tube.
Yeah, so that was the coolest shit I've seen inside a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I want to.
It was also way more roomy in the back than I thought it'd be.
Really?
Yeah, he was sitting pretty far back and I still had leg room.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Really nice. He was telling us all about getting it because the biggest
Zero
concern,
trunk space. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
The
I don't
biggest worry that I have for it is that we wouldn't necessarily have the infrastructure in place to take like long trips.
Right.
But he was saying it's not really a problem. He said he sort of lives in Savannah, but he works in Atlanta sometimes.
So
He works in film, actually.
Yeah,
Oh.
so he'll have to drive to Atlanta. He said his car gets like 270 something miles before it's dead. He says
So it's enough to drive there, like charge while he's working, and then. Okay.
And there's like 3 different kinds of chargers too. There's like one that you have at your house, and one. Like
Is there a USB adapter?
I don't think so.
Or is there like, I just thought of this, there's like the lighter thing so you can put it into another car.
I just need to charge up. I'm going to take some of yours.
That's awesome.
But there's like superchargers that'll be on the highways. That'll charge your car in like an hour.
Oh.
It was really cool.
But at
And
the
that's
same
like
time,
from
like,
dead to full.
I'm just now realizing that though, like, because if say you're driving long distance, Georgia to Florida, normally you would just stop real quick, get gas, and go. But if you're saying charge for an hour,
That's
Yeah,
for-
you have
well,
to like.
I'm saying
and-
from dead to full.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
let's just say it was dead. You just
Yep,
You
Here
gotta
we
plan
are.
it around a meal.
yeah.
that's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's
Oh
true.
yeah, then you can sit down and enjoy yourself.
And you don't necessarily have to wait till it's full.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
which
but
is what he was saying. Yeah,
yeah, but it was just a really neat experience. And then going
I was
back,
like, huh?
I was gonna say going back, we rode in a Dodge Charger.
Yeah,
Like,
we got 2 really nice lift cars
Mm-hmm.
back to back. It was nice.
Nice.
It was
Very
fun. I enjoyed it. Loved it. Love Savannah. Would love to go on a friend trip to
yeah,
Savannah.
I think
Awesome
we
wedding.
should.
We've been talking about doing friendships or friend trips.
Friendships.
Friendship
Friendship trips everywhere, and like Japan and.
I would
other-
love to go
I
to
think-
Japan, but everybody has to be on the same page and also save so much money.
I think
Yes.
we could legitimately try for
The year after next.
Japan 2021, spring 2021. I think that it could be possible.
It's possible. It's possible.
I really want to go in the
it's
cherry
It's
blossoms.
actually very possible because now will should have a very
That's
nice.
that's what I'm saying. Like everyone's like getting into these jobs
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
kind of conveniently, and I don't know. I
Too
think
conveniently.
But we could do a short
For me.
trip to Savannah. That'd be.
Yes.
That
I think
wouldn't
that'd
even
be
be
yeah.
expensive.
Alex, you said you've
I
never
would.
been.
I would love a mini friendship trip.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Show you the sights.
Yeah.
Take you to Vinny Van Gogh's, the
I-
best pizza.
I
I've ever
really liked our lake trip.
I did too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
We
that
could
was
do
nice.
that again, but a new place.
Despite the sunburn.
Yeah.
Despite
Did
the
you get
what?
really bad sunburn?
Oh,
I don't remember that.
Yes.
Our lake trip was
did
so
you use
fun.
any sunscreen, or did it
Yes.
just wear off?
They wore off.
Oh,
That and I was in and out of the lake.
That
a
lake
lot.
water, man.
That was a
Really-
natural
really
lake.
fucks you up.
Not- So, lakes are just bad news for me. Even though I'll have a good time, that the after effects are just consequences. But yeah, so I think we're gonna end on that.
Good. Let's never
Why?
talk about the wedding again.
Ever again. So once again, congratulations to Mr. and Mrs.
Yay.
Curry Morgan.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
And I guess everyone here is going to say goodbye. If you haven't done so already, you can go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, which is what this is. Subscribe to us on YouTube, where we post Let's Plays and also other podcasts that we have also recorded.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Discord if you'd like to join the Discord and then possibly chat with us whenever we're in there, like editing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Facebook.
Ours is Facebook. Facebook the first one.
Are you sure?
Yes. Instagram.
Instagram.
Insta.
There it is. Insta.
Graham. And yeah, once again, thank you guys for stopping by, and we will all see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.